Everybody, welcome to the debut and season premiere of the Faire Catch. Just Lee Ice and Brian Shotgun with me for the show is Flying Brian. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Lee Ice? Welcome everyone to the show. Looking forward to football season is here.
Yes, it is. Like I said, this is the debut and the season premiere of the Faire Catch. For each week, we will run down the previous week in the NFL. We will preview the game of the week. We have a game of the week player, and we'll touch on a specific topic that we'll touch on. So, like I said, are you ready to get things started, Brian?
I know the world is ready for football, so yeah, absolutely.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it, Brian. What?
Where would you rather be than right here and right now?
You said it. That's our trademark. All right. For the new toast, new show, new toast. Let's do it. All right. Since we haven't played any games, we're going to recap NFL's off-season. NFL off-season is probably the biggest off-season, bigger than baseball, bigger than the NBA, bigger than everything. So, because there's only one NFL, man. NFL is the monster. So let's recap what happened off this offseason, Brian. Let's start with some of the player movement. You got Aaron Rodgers going to Pittsburgh. You got Sam Darnold going to Seattle. Any other major player movements you want to talk about?
Players, you got Russell to the Giants. I think we're mentioning quarterbacks that, can't seem to stay on the team. What's this? Rodgers, it's his third team in 4 years. Russell's third team in 3 years. And then Darnold, I think maybe got a bad. I think Vikings maybe should have gave Darnold another shot, but what did they go? What were they, 14-3 last year? I know he kind of folded in the playoffs, but
I don't think. I think Minnesota should have stayed with Darnold.
Yeah,
actually. You go 14-3. That's not like going 9-8 or 10.
No, and you really expect to do that with. I know he's not technically a rookie, but it'll be his first season playing. So
they had a great year, So the move off of a quarterback that won 14 games. That's, to me, I get it. You drafted McCarthy with a first round pick, but to move off of a quarterback that gave you 14 wins, to me, is very hard to do. I think they take a step back with McCarthy.
Yeah.
Although I do like McCarthy. Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh, I think that's a good move. That's the best quarterback situation they didn't had in like 5 years. So
I don't think that means much. With Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, they still have winning record stuff.
Yeah, I know the talk is this the first season that Tomlin has his first losing season? I guess you don't think that, but I know that's the.
Hey, I think I predicted that the last 2 seasons, and somehow this man comes up with winning season. He has a Hall of Fame quarterback now. No, he's not MVP Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to. If they protect Aaron Rodgers, this team, to me, wins that division. So, yeah, I said it.
Okay, you heard it here first on the Faire Catch.
Yeah. A lot of coaching movement. Let's go through them. Ben Johnson in Detroit. In Chicago. What do you think about that?
I know he's supposed to be an offensive guru, but the way that the offseason has been, he's been very critical. He don't seem to be happy with Caleb. The vibes there don't seem to be real good. We'll see what happens when he's on the field, but Caleb might be in a little bit of a hot seat, which we'll maybe touch on next segment. But also, what do you think about the hype with a coordinator like this, though? We've seen.
Well, I think I'm not going to say Ben Johnson's overrated. I don't think it's a good fit. His system and Caleb, not a good fit. He wants
It looks that way, yeah.
A system quarterback where everything is pretty much,
right,
perfect. Caleb's not that type of quarterback. He's
not
more.
Yet.
I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes, but you got to let him do him. You know what I'm saying? You got to let him do him, and he's going to hold him back. and I just don't think it's a good
He
fit.
couldn't be more different than Goff. So yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Let's do Aaron Glenn and with the Jets.
Yeah, they still a franchise. I mean, I've heard Justin Fields that supposedly looked terrible in the in camp and all that, and the Jets I think are obviously going to finish dead last in the division. I mean, maybe they have something to build on in the next couple of years, but they're way behind the Patriots and the Bills and Dolphins. Well, they're not that great either, but
I feel so sorry for Aaron Glenn. He waited all this time to get a job, and the Jets.
Yeah,
I hope he makes a miracle, but I don't see it happen.
I don't know how.
Kellen Moore and the Saints.
Again, another franchise that's, they're pretty much a dumpster fire. I mean, who's their quarterback on? I don't even know who the quarterback is.
I don't know. I guess Kellen Moore's going to try to play quarterback. I think I've always said it, and I'm saying maybe I'm wrong. I always thought he was just so overrated. They've been trying to make this guy head coach for years when he was in Dallas. I never seen an assistant coach get so much camera time on a game than Kellen Moore. But I agree with you. I don't see no success there. Where I do see success, even though it's going to be hard for him in this division, my man Pete Carroll's back. He's with the Raiders.
I thought you were going towards the Patriots, but yeah, I mean, Carroll is a little weird. He's kind of bringing what he had in Seattle. I mean, Geno's going to start. Like you said, the division is tough. The Chargers and the Broncos seem to be pretty close to taking the next step, and then obviously the Chiefs are still the Chiefs until we see that change. So, but yeah, I think, and Carroll will get, I think, some time. Where some of the other guys we just mentioned, they might not have a whole lot of time.
He's going to bring excitement to the Raiders area, the fan base. They're going to love Pete Carroll. They're not going to win the division. They might not even make the playoffs, but they're going to play hard. Leon Cohen in Jacksonville. This does nothing for me. I don't know. How about you?
Yeah, and they went from a Super Bowl winning coach to a guy that's unproven, and then we'll touch on it in a minute. It's probably Trevor Lawrence. This is the year.
Mike Vrabel, he goes back. He's back in coaching. He's coaching his old team. I like this move. I think he has a franchise quarterback. I say give him 2 years. He'll have him in the playoffs. He might make it this year.
I know there's some talk about maybe they're going to make it this year. I know there's hype around him, and he's a good coach of what he did with the Titans. But let's not forget who's the beast in the division. And until Josh Allen can't play anymore, that's who they got to worry about.
And I say the best for last. Brian Schottenheimer coaching America's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, well, we know what's going on there with Parsons and everything. Although it's not technically on him, but it's what coach can pretty much succeed in that circus. Jerry Jones is the be-all, end-all, and I don't know.
Man, like Aaron Glenn, he's waited so long for this moment, and I feel so bad for him. Even though I hate the Cowboys, I feel bad for him. I like his father,
Yeah,
it's messed up. But you gotta take the chance. I mean, you gotta take your shot when it's getting to you. So,
but again, another guy I don't think he's going to get a lot of time, especially coaching Dallas. I mean, if they don't have results, maybe not necessarily make the playoffs, but if they have like a losing record, chances are he's probably gone.
Yeah. All right, Bree, let's go to a break. When we come back, it's fourth down for some quarterbacks here. You're watching the debut of the Fair Catch with Frying Brian. Did I say Frying? With Flying Brian and your man Lee Ice. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Fair Catch, the debut and season premiere. Brian, and Lee Ice with you. We're going to move on to our subject of the day. Our subject of the day, hey, is fourth down. You heard me, fourth down for some quarterbacks. In the NFL this year, hey, it's time to put up or shut up. Number one on my list, Trevor Lawrence, man. What you think? Hey,
Absolutely.
All the talent in the world. I mean, he's the pro, got the size, the height, the arm. But you know what? When he first got drafted, I said, I don't know if he loves football. He's good at it. He might like it. But to be a quarterback, you pretty much got to love football.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of hype coming in. They were talking he was the best prospect since, what, was it Luck? Maybe even Elway? So he's had multiple coaches, multiple coordinators, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But they paid him. They paid him based off one comeback playoff win. But this is clearly the year. They have to make the playoffs. And I say they got to win a game. And even if they make the divisional, I think they got to be competitive. If they played in the divisional, obviously probably going to play Buffalo, Kansas City, or Baltimore. Although you think maybe Pittsburgh. But they gotta be competitive at least. If not, I say they're probably looking to move on.
What, in a trade?
I don't know. I mean, they might have an out. I don't know how many years he signed, and also, I mean, I know they probably won't be in position to get the pick, but if they're bad enough, remember, this is supposed to be the year that Arch is coming out for next, so one team's going to get him. And
okay. Another quarterback I got on this fourth down list, Justin Fields. I've been saying it for 3 years. I don't understand the hype around him. People want to hype him up, and now he's on his third team in 3 years.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. But this is definitely it. This is definitely it for him. No more excuses after this, man. What you think?
Do you think though, even if it's the odds of the Jets making the playoffs are almost none, but even if he plays pretty well and say they go 6-7-10, do you think the Jets are going to bring him back? Like, I don't think. Unless they make the championship game, I don't think he's coming back anyway. I think it's just a placeholder.
Get him.
I don't know why they kept him around. I don't know, but they picked him up. Yeah, I don't know, but I think this is just a transition year anyway. But I just don't know what they're transitioning to.
Yeah, I mean, I feel so bad for Aaron Glenn. He waited all this time to get a job, and he goes to the Jets, and they ain't got Justin Fields. I mean, good Lord. I mean. Oh, well. Here's one. What you think about this one? I like this guy, but it's like he flashes and you're ready to say yes, and then he just Kyler Murray, man.
Yeah, Kyler is definitely on his last shot. Yeah, he had that one run where they were undefeated for a while. They made it to the playoffs and they got smacked by the Rams. I think he's. This might sound cliche, but he's small. He's so small.
He is, but when he flashes,
Yeah,
man.
he's got a little bit of flash, but yeah, this is definitely the Cardinals are definitely. And again, another guy. It's weird that we have all these guys on fourth down, except for Fields. They all got paid, and they all got paid. Yeah. Usually we don't have this conversation about quarterbacks that are like make or break when they've already been paid the next. But. Yeah, they're definitely moving. I don't think there's any way they're not moving on after this year.
I got two more that's got paid, and I know you got a wild card.
Yeah.
Tua.
Nah.
Tua's good when he's healthy, but
Tua is so. I mean, it's probably a little biased on myself, but if Josh Allen had Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, they would have 4 Super Bowls. I mean, what are we talking about here? This guy, I know he's injury prone, but even when he plays. He can't win in the cold. He can't win against team winning records. I mean, there's stats out there all over the place with it. I think he's so overrated, and I don't know how he got paid.
And the last guy I'm talking about who got paid, although he's with another team, and he's with the new team this year. Although I think he's gonna have some good moments here. I think Daniel Jones is gonna have a good year with the Colts.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of talk about maybe them being a little bit of a sleeper. again, he had that one year where he had the flash where they went to the playoffs and it won a playoff game. I don't have much faith in it though. It's a bad division, so that might be key to it. I mean, besides Houston,
I think what's his coach Shane Steichen? Did I pronounce it?
I think that's
I
right.
think he can do some things with Daniel Jones. I saw what he did with Jalen Hurts. So I'm not saying he's Jalen Hurts, but he's kind of, to me, he can bring. Daniel Jones has a lot of time. He can throw the ball better than Jalen Hurts, and he can run it just as good. And he's big too. So I got Daniel Jones having a good year. All right, you have a wild card.
Yeah, I have a guy that people think. I know some people think he's top 5, but I think he's on the hot seat, and that's Justin Herbert. He's with a coach that everybody thinks is great, that's been to a Super Bowl. Not only has Herbert never won a playoff game, his numbers in the playoffs are atrocious if you look at them. And to me, if they don't make the playoffs, I think I don't know how they would move on. If they make the playoffs and they lose again and he plays bad again, I don't know what we're waiting for. This is what, year 5, year 6? He has numbers in the regular season, but he hasn't produced anything in the playoffs. And I don't know how long you keep waiting around. I know you paid him but
I'm comparing him. I'm not saying he's him. I'm just comparing how his career has started and it's going and could end up. Peyton Manning started off horrible. Team was making the playoffs, used to have terrible games in the playoffs.
It's funny you said that, because one of the guys on TV that always talks about Herbert, that's what he always says. And this is the year in Manning's career that he won the MVP and made the championship game. So that's what they're comparing to. So if he doesn't have a season like that, you can't keep going, well, Manning, because then it's already been past that. So he's got to do it this year. And the AFC with Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, even Stroud, Burrow, I don't know, man.
AFC it's loaded, man. It's going to be hard for any quarterback to get out of there, and that's why I always tip my hat to Mahomes. All right, y'all, we're gonna go to a break. When we come back, our final segment will be the game of the week. We're gonna have predictions of Rookie of the Year and MVP. All of that on the Fair Catch. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Fair Catch. Flying Brian and Lee Ice, bringing it to you. Like I said, this is the debut. I hope you're enjoying what you're watching. We're going to preview the game of the week. It's only one. I mean, it's the season
opener
game, premier game. It's the defending Super Bowl champs versus the Dallas Cowboys. Somehow, Jera happened to get his team on the stage again. Brian, I don't think this is going to be a big game. I think it's really going to be a blowout. I'm pretty sure they're going to raise the do they raise banners in the NFL?
Yeah.
They're going to raise the banner. They're going to get their rings.
Right.
And I don't think Michael Parsons, even if he does sign by then, he's not going to be in shape. I think this sets up to be a huge blowout for the Eagles and Schottenheimer's debut. They're going to be calling for his head after game one. What you think?
Yeah, blowout. I mean, maybe. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be close. I mean, if they lose, if the Cowboys upset them, it'll be a pretty big deal, I think. And I don't think it'll be it's a division game to play. Although Dak's record against the Eagles is pretty good. He plays the Eagles good, but
He plays the whole NFC East good.
yeah, but there's a lot, like always in Dallas. There's so much going on, and then the Parsons thing doesn't help. And the Eagles, I don't think have any signs of why they wouldn't. They don't have any injuries. I know the coordinators, but yeah, it shouldn't be much of a game. It's a little disappointing that that's the opening. I would have rather seen Eagles Commanders in a rematch, even though the championship game was a blowout. But I think that would have been more competitive.
It was, Dallas. Jared, I think Jared has do little underhanded things with the commissioner and everything. Because, like you said, how could Dallas, who didn't even make the damn playoffs last year, get the primetime opening game against the defending champ?
I'm pretty sure they play the Rams at home. I think the Eagles play the Rams again this year. I thought that had a shot because that was the only competitive game they had in the playoffs.
But damn, they play the Chiefs this year too. I mean,
yeah,
and they play back to back.
They play Buffalo. They play Buffalo in Buffalo, so that wouldn't happen. But yeah,
anything but the Cowboys. But the Cowboys always manage to get front and center, but you love them or hate them, you're gonna watch them. You're gonna watch them.
Well, if the opening game, we watch Jacksonville versus Arizona, but all right. So let's get a prediction out there. What do you got?
What, for the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean Philly. I got Philly 38-14.
Okay. Yeah, I was doing 31-14, so we're pretty much on the same.
All right, man. Before we get out of here, we're gonna do some predictions. Okay. Rookie of the year. We got some interesting rookies. We got Gentry for the Raiders. We got Marion Hampton for the Chargers. Of course, Travis Hunter for the Jags.
Cam Ward for
the Tennessee. I think this is going to be pretty much easy. I'm taking Gentry for the Raiders because Pete Carroll likes to run the ball, and he has the best running back from the draft. And just judging off preseason, this guy already running over people. What you
yeah, Vegas odds I saw they had Gentry as the odds-on favorite, and then Ward as number 2. I won't agree with you. I'll say Cam Ward, but you're probably right. Cam Ward's got a lot more.
Hampton is my wild card. It all depends on if Harbaugh likes to lean on the run, but I know Gentry, he's going to get at least 300 carries this year. So I think Gentry gets around 1,400 yards, maybe 1,400 yards, maybe 15 touchdowns. Because like I said, Pete Carroll's going to feed that man the ball. He's going to feed him the ball. So you got Ward. Yeah. I got Gentry, but you pretty much thinking Gentry, right?
I mean, plus if Ward has a pretty good season, and the quarterbacks always get a little more credit than everybody else, so he doesn't necessarily have to have an amazing season to maybe get it. If Gentry doesn't, if he does 1,400 like you said, then it's in the bag. But
who's your MVP this year?
The MVP of last year, Josh Allen. I think he's going to do it again this year.
Hey, I'm not mad at you. I think that's a good pick.
And it's a little bit of a homer pick, but they didn't add much more to him for the offense. So if he has another season like he did last year, it'll be very similar. It doesn't have any major weapons added to it. And if the rookie steps up, but everybody knows that team and on the offense ends and begins with Josh Allen. And if they have a great season, it's going to be because of him. So he's always in the MVP race. And I think I hope this is the year where they finally, at least get there. So
you're going with your guy, and I'm going to go with my guy because to me, they're the same quarterback. They do everything for their team, They don't have Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or a Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley. So I'm going with Jaden Daniels just because it's going to be somebody different. But I would not be surprised if Allen wins it again. because I think he's going to be even better than last year because I think he's hungry. You know,
Yeah, again, betting odds. I think Lamar and Allen are both tied, and I think Jaden is like third or fourth. Like he's right there too. So we're not necessarily talking homers. We're aligned with Vegas.
but seriously, to me, Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels, they're the second and third quarterbacks behind Patrick Mahomes because even Pat Mahomes, who is he throwing the ball to now? You know?
Yeah. Kelsey's in a wheelchair, isn't he? And he would come out with a walker.
I have Saquon or Derrick Henry or Justin Jefferson. You know, all of these quarterbacks don't have the premium wide receivers that the other quarterbacks do, and they're taking their teams to conference championships and Super Bowls. To me, those are the top three quarterbacks. Yes, Jaden was just a rookie last year. Guess what? He's going to get better, man. He's going to get better.
You host multiple sports shows. Do you know who Buffalo's wide receiver one is?
No.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what. I do like, what's his name? Keon Coleman?
Coleman is it was his second year this year. Khalil Shakir is Buffalo's wide receiver one. He had about 800 yards last year. He was a fifth-round pick a few years ago. Exactly. That's why Josh Allen's the MVP.
No. Can't argue with you, except, you know, like I said, Jaden's in the same boat. I'm not saying that they don't have anything, but they don't have as much as other quarterbacks. Yeah. You know what? I want to ask you what you think is going to be the key acquisition this year. Free agent signing or draft pick or coach. Let's do players.
Okay.
Who the key acquisition this year?
Just in the entire league?
Entire league.
It's not like it last year. I would have probably said Derrick Henry. I kind of contradicts what I said earlier, but maybe Aaron Rodgers, I guess, because I can't think off the top of my head like a major game-changing signing. Mm-hmm. And maybe Geno with Carroll together, but I guess Rodgers. I don't know. It's not like it was last year when Derek and Saquon went to different teams.
Yeah. Well, guess what? I'm gonna surprise you here. I'm not gonna go with a quarterback. I'm not gonna go with a running back. I'm not gonna go with a receiver. I'm gonna go with a left tackle. You give Jaden Daniels a Hall of Fame left tackle. You saw what he did with that line last year, that average line.
Yeah.
The left tackle that he had last year gave up the most sacks of any left tackle in the NFL. And Jaden still managed to take that team to the conference championship. So I'm going to say Larry Thompson.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
Well, we've had a good day, B. What you think?
Yeah. So anytime he's talking about football, especially when it's going to be on TV in the next week or two, is a good day.
I can't wait for this season. You being a Bills fan, me being a Commanders fan, I think we're going to meet in the Super Bowl. But guess what, y'all? We have 18 weeks plus playoff weeks to talk about this. This is just week one of the Fair Catch. We hope you enjoyed it. We leave you like we always leave you. Whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it, because it's the best thing going. We are out of here. See y'all next week.